Good afternoon everyone, and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I am very excited to give you all a walk around and tour of this 2024 Honda Accord Hybrid. The hybrid powertrain of the Honda Accord has been around for a very long time, and for this 11th generation Accord, it has improved so much so that it's now going to be offered in basically every single trim level. Now for 2023, this is when this generation was introduced, it did get a much more unique look, as you can see here via just some of the changes that they've made here with this particular vehicle. And of course, you have other trim levels that you can choose from. With that being said, this is the touring model, which is the highest trim level of the Accord that you can buy in the hybrid variant, as well as the standard variant too. And as you can see, for 2025, it still looks great, although this is about 2 years old now. With that being said, a huge thank you to the all-new Brandon Thomas Mitsubishi right here in McKinney, Texas, for giving me some time with this one today. And so, without further ado, let's go ahead and let's get started. As you can see on the key, you have a couple of different functions, and the key itself feels pretty nice in your hands. You have your lock, unlock, remote start, your trunk release, and your panic button. To remote start the vehicles, make sure the vehicle is locked, and push and hold the remote start function. And because it's a hybrid, the engine is going to power on, and it's going to run for a few minutes. Those indicators on the headlights will let you know that the vehicle is indeed turned on. And to turn the vehicle off, just go ahead and hold the button again, and it'll shut itself off from there. Starting off here in the front of the vehicle, as you can see, you have a very nice and very uniquely standard Honda grille. You do have your front-facing radar cruise control, which is why the Honda emblem is kind of glossed like that, and it looks pretty nice. This one here being the Touring also, you do get front parking sensors as well as rear parking sensors. You do also get LED daytime running lights with LED projector headlamps. Checking out the wheels and tires on this one, we're taking a look at a set of Michelin tires on 19-inch wheels, measuring 235 40R19s all the way around. Coming over to the door handle, this vehicle does have a smart key access system, allowing for easy access to the exterior as well as the interior. By keeping the key fob in your pocket and coming up to the door handle, there's a touch sensor inside. Put your hand in and the vehicle will indicate unlocking, allowing you to jump inside. Or if you want to, close it up, tap this right here, and the vehicle will indicate locking. The exterior color of this one is finished off in Meteorite Gray Metallic with the ebony perforated leather interior. Coming over to the door panel here, as you can see, you're going to have some hard touch plastic material on top. However, it's made up with this soft touch material down here. You have some nice stitching coming along the side here. You have an aluminum door handle, two-person memory seating. You have your power mirror controls, power locks, your power windows, and your child window lock here. Your two front windows are going to be fully automatic. You have a small storage pocket here, as well as an area for a small cup holder. To start the vehicle, just make sure you have the key fob in your pocket or in the vehicle itself. Put your foot on the brake and hit the button to go. Very nice. The 11th generation Accord does come standard with a fully leather wrapped rack and pinion power steering wheel system with controls on the left as well as on the right sides. You also have paddle shifters on the left as well as on the right too. Coming over to the left, you're going to have your seat track, your volume. You're going to have some controls here which deal with that side of the instrument cluster. And then to the right, you're going to have your cruise control. You're going to have your lane departure warning, for collision warning system. You're going to have your cruise control settings here. And then right here is also going to control what's going on that instrument cluster there, or that part of the instrument cluster, I should say. Now coming up here, we're taking a look at a 10.3-inch instrument cluster here, which is very nice. And as you can see to the left, you're going to have your power display, and to the right, you're going to have your speedometer. Right in the middle there is going to be a picture of the vehicle as well as the current speed. Coming below that, you're going to have your exterior temperature, gear selector, your drive mode, your, well, not your driving mode. This is going to let you know that you are in economy. And as you can see, you have your driving mode, which is also in economy, followed by the odometer reading, which this one has just shy of 200 miles. To the far left, you're going to have your battery temp, or excuse me, your battery voltage, and to the right, you're going to have your fuel range. Now, as you can see, as I was talking about here, when you go through the instrument cluster here, as you can see, it's going to show your audio. You can also go back, phone, customize display, and then over here, you have range and fuel information, speed and time, navigation, driver attention monitor, seatbelt reminder, maintenance, safety support, a blank screen, and there you go. You're going to get back your standard needle right there, which looks pretty cool. Come over here. This is the first car to actually get the new infotainment system that we're seeing in some Hondas as well as some Acuras for this current generation here. This one here is a 12.3-inch revised infotainment system, and for the first time ever, it is indeed a touchscreen. Now, as you can see to the left of that, you're going to have all your submenus, and then everything else is going to be right inside here. So with that being said, you're going to have your home page. And when you go home, it's going to take you to this screen here. So you're going to have things such as your maps, phone, FM, Play Store, smartphone projection, power flow, Google Assistant, Bluetooth audio, vehicle settings, general settings, profile settings, trip computer, USB, AM, system updates, Wi-Fi hotspot, clock, compass, display mode, as well as all apps. Now, keep in mind, this one here is a Google-based system, so you are going to have Google-based services such as Google Maps, Google Assistant, Google Play Store, and of course, you can download Google-specific apps to the vehicle system here, such as YouTube, for example. Now, with that being said, you also have your power flow here because this is a hybrid. It's going to allow you to see what your current drive is. It's going to give you that information there about where that battery or how that power is being distributed to the battery, and then your range as far as how much miles you have left to drive until you have to go and refuel and stuff like that. So overall, pretty cool to see that here in the 11th generation Accord. Let's say we want to go over here and check out our vehicle settings. Vehicle settings is going to be kind of a rundown of everything that you can change in the vehicle. And what's cool about this too, you can do a full 360 of the vehicle, which is pretty impressive, and it's quite nice to see. So you have things such as a tire pressure monitoring system calibration, meter/heads-up display setup, keyless access setup, door setup, individual settings, driver assist system setup, driving position setup, lighting setup, as well as climate control setup. You also have maintenance information. So let's say we want to go and check out our door setup here, for example. You're going to have things such as your auto door lock, auto door unlock, walk away auto lock, keyless answer, or excuse me, keyless lock answer back, keyless remote power window control, as well as lock presetting. Let's say we want to go and check out our maintenance information. It's going to show that we have 100% oil life, and of course your A service, which is going to be for your engine oil. And let's say we want to go and check out our driver assist system setup. So as you can see, we're taking a look at our forward collision warning distance, head-up warning, adaptive cruise control, forward vehicle detection beep, road mitigation, road departure mitigation setting, lane keeping assist, suspend beep, blind spot information, traffic sign recognition system speed warning, driver attention monitor, rear sensor setting. And then last but not least, let's go ahead and check out our lighting setup here. And as you can see, you have auto high beams, interior light dimming time, headlight auto off timer, and all that stuff, as you can see. So it's things like that you can do in this area here as far as vehicle settings that can make you become more informed about what the vehicle comes with, whether it's safety features, the door setup, keyless access, your tire pressure monitoring system, your climate control, as well as your lighting setup, as you can see here. So overall, it's pretty cool to see, and I'm glad that Honda thought of this when this vehicle came out just a few years ago. Let's say we want to go to our general settings here. You have system connections, privacy, display, sound volume, as well as camera, voice control, security, Google, and advanced settings. Let's go to our camera. As you can see, It's going to show us our rear wide camera. We can display that, as well as your cross traffic monitor. You can enable or disable that if you want. Let's go to our system settings. That's going to give you language, as well as about and touch panel sensitivity. And let's go to advanced settings here. So you have network and internet, apps and notifications, user, storage, system, and that's it. So overall, kind of the same thing over here, except now you're getting into the more standard settings inside of the Honda Accord Hybrid, which is pretty cool. So with that being said, let's go ahead and check out our radio. You have a volume knob here. We're going to turn this down for copyright purposes. And as you can see, it's going to show what's playing on the radio. As you can tell, that's the station. You can seek track, you can tune, you can scan. You have your preset stations down here, which is pretty nice. You have a station list right here, as well as your menu up there for that. You have AM radio, FM radio, as well as Sirius XM, or actually, I think now they got rid of Sirius XM in the Accord. I'm not too sure about that. I'm not 100% on that, but I'm pretty sure the Honda Accord for this generation no longer offers Sirius XM satellite radio, which again kind of sucks, but that's kind of how things are. But anyways, with that being said, as we go back here and go back to our home screen, that's pretty much a look here at the infotainment system in the 2024 Honda Accord Hybrid Touring. Now, with that being said, we do have some side buttons here. Like I mentioned, we have the home button, back button with Google Assistant, Google Maps, your audio, as well as smartphone projection. This right here is going to allow you to connect your phone to either wireless Apple CarPlay or wireless Android Auto. Just make sure you have Bluetooth connected to the vehicle, and you can connect it to every time without having to pair the phone each time you get in the car, which is pretty nice to see. Now, you do have a profile, which is going to be right up here, as you can tell. That's going to be obviously guessed because, you know, this vehicle is for sale at this dealership. And as you can see, you have the current time. Now, over here, you do have some shortcuts. So, as you can tell, you're going to have things such as your audio, a compass, an analog clock there, as well as your power flow generator. Pretty cool to see that. Come below that, you do have your air vents here, which look very nice. You have your hazard switch right there. Below that, you do have your climate control settings, dual zone setup here. You have your three-way ventilated as well as heated seats for the front and front passenger. You do have your front and rear defrost. You have different modes here for your air, for where you want the air to go. Recycling, AC, and sync, of course, which is pretty cool. Below that, you do have a wireless phone charger here. As you can see, you'll be able to put your phone right there and it will charge for you. Now, I have not tested it in a Honda, but in the more luxury-oriented version, the Acura. The new ones have very much improved. I just did a review on a 2025 MDX recently, and I will tell you that that charge pad is a lot better than the one that they had a few years ago. They've simply improved on that as well. You have two USB-C ports here, which look very nice. You have two cup holders here. And then, because this is a hybrid, it does come standard with a CVT transmission. And when you put the vehicle in reverse, you have a nice backup camera with guidance lines that adjust when you turn the wheel. You also do have a widescreen view and a top-down view. Pretty cool to see. You have your drive mode selector here. This right here is going to be for electric mode, so you can drive all electric. And then your parking brake here, followed by your brake hold. So let's go to our drive mode selector here. You're going to have economy, normal, sport, and individual. Pretty cool to see. Now coming over here to the glove compartment. Good amount of storage space inside. Not too bad. With an outlet right there. And let's talk about these seats here. These seats are superbly comfortable. This being the touring trim, you are going to get perforations coming down the middle. You have genuine leather on the sides, and the bolsters themselves look pretty good, so they do hug you in place. But overall, the seats are very comfortable and they are supportive. And with the heated and cooled seat functions on, they will keep you warm or keep you cold depending on what type of day or what kind of day it is outside. Now, as we make our way over here to our glove box, it is dampened, and you have a good amount of storage space inside of it. You do have, of course, your mirror, controls for your sunroof, as well as your SOS here for roadside assistance. You do have your overhead light controls. This is, of course, is to adjust the lighting concerning the door. You do have a sunglass holder right here. Your sunroof, as you can see. Come over here. You do have a visor with a mirror with LED lighting. And then over here to the left, you don't really have anything to be too much concerned about, but that's where you'd probably find like your traction control on and off and your safety support and all that stuff. But needless to say though, guys, the 2024 Honda Accord Touring is pretty cool to check out. And so let's go ahead and continue the tour of this amazing vehicle. As you can see, coming into the back, materials do follow through, which is very nice and cool to see. You do have the perforations coming down the middle as well, which of course provides your backseat passengers with a lot of comfort. And you do have a good amount of space in here since this is a mid-size sedan. You do have one seat pocket behind the front passenger. You have your rear vents, as well as 2 USB-C ports. And then over here, you do have a powered armrest with 2 cup holders. This vehicle does have a capless fuel filler, making it easier to fill up at the gas station. The 11th generation Accord does have LED taillights in the back. This entire strip lights up at night, which is really cool. You have your Accord badge right here, hybrid and touring badges right there, and your Honda logo front and center. Checking out cargo space in the Accord, it's very cavernous and you do have a deep opening. With the amount of room that you're looking at here, it's around 16.7 cubic feet of cargo space, making this one of the largest offerings in the midsize sedan segment, and more so than something like a Camry or even a Nissan Altima. And at the end of the day, you can fold the seats down via these little pull tabs here on this side, as well as on this side, to release the back seats so that way you can get more room. And when you lift this portion up here, you do have some storage space, a funnel here for your gas tank, and then this right here is going to be for the battery. The hybrid Touring does give you body colored mirrors with LED turn signals on them. Under the hood, guys, of the all-new 11th generation Honda Accord Touring Hybrid, we're taking a look here at Honda's 2-liter 4-cylinder engine. It is a hybridized motor, as you can see here. With standard output, you're looking at about 150 horsepower, but when it's combined with the gas and electric motors together, you're looking at around 204 horsepower and 247 pound-feet of torque. This is going to be made to the electronic CVT, and this one is going to be front-wheel drive. All right, guys, so back in the Honda Accord Hybrid Touring. This thing is amazing, and I have to say, Honda, you knocked this one out of the park once more with the Accord, and it makes sense because the Accord has been one of the best-selling vehicles in the United States since I believe the mid-90s, and it stays toe-to-toe rather with the Toyota Camry, which makes sense because the Camry is the bestseller. This is the second best midsize sedan, literally the second best midsize sedan that's sold here in the United States each and every year. Really not too far away from where the Camry sales are when it comes on to year by year. But you have to also understand here is that this is a new generation. It's going to be hybrid. This is what Honda's focusing on. And Honda's hybrids are pretty good. They're very reliable. You know, they're about as reliable as a Toyota hybrid, so you're not going to have any issues with that. Now, obviously, you'll have to worry about the battery over time. You know, they do have a warranty for the batteries and stuff like that. But overall, I will say, for what you're getting yourself into, The Honda Accord Hybrid is a very good vehicle, and this one here being the Touring, you're going to be getting a lot of great features standard. You're going to be getting all your safety supports features, which is going to include your front radar cruise control, lane departure warning, blind spot monitoring, stuff like that. You have a fully digital instrument cluster. You're going to have the nicely refreshed infotainment system, which is now a touchscreen. You have the CVT down here, which of course works pretty well, wireless charging pad, and other things like that. Plus, you do have a good amount of cargo space to carry things to where you need to go. And so with that being said, guys, that is going to do here for this walk around and tour of the 2024 Honda Accord Hybrid Touring. Finished off here in Meteorite Gray Metallic with the ebony leather interior. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.